say,
Yep.
Jews are the canary in the coal mine. We're the first. We're the first we hit, and then it spreads to our family.
Takes us into
Yes. Now, and the Congressman, thanks you all for being here. You know, we really appreciate. Being here to make support.
So I think
Hi, Rachel Eisen from New York. Thank you so much for standing in place and for all of the work that you're doing. We're asking that you pass the which will be a big step towards helping in this fight against anti-Semitism.
Well, Congressman's co-sponsor of it, so we'll see where it goes. I know there's a number of discussions, especially on the South side of the bill. Waiting on our Senate friends to see what they do on it. You know, obviously the Congressman supporting the bill. So
Thank you, and thank you for this.
yes.
thank you so much.
Is there something else that we need to do, or that we can Congressman?
Can we get some support somewhere?
That hate, extremism, and empower women and be the voice of difference that we could make, the change we could make. We just had our conference yesterday, and with the Jewish and Muslim and Christian Alliance, and we wanted to bring peace, and we want our government to listen to us, what we have to say, because there is a huge population of moderate Muslim who does not support extremism, and it's becoming an issue for us to speak up because we are getting slashed online, and each time we're being hated and being harassed. So we want our, the Congress to do something about it, so we could life-saving operations and everything to all people of all nationalities, and it doesn't matter who you are. If you're sick, we heal you. So that's Hadassah. I also wanted to just underscore that we have 4,257 people in your district that vote, and I am probably one of them. And really, I just, Congressman Byers,
laid down with like paint splattered clothes to cosplay as dead Palestinians. And I remember witnessing that and thinking, there's a lot of stupidity out there, and for lack of a better term. And I knew that I was headed into the academy. I knew I was going to go to graduate school, and I was going to work in the Jewish studies space. And I knew that teaching about anti-Semitism would be a part of my career. And it was after I left Hillel, before October 7th, but in January of 2023, I resigned from Hillel. I was working as a faculty member only, and I realized that whatever my next gig would be, whatever that was, it would be fighting anti-Semitism full-time, because the world was becoming more hate-filled. And if people didn't get on the bus that the world was getting browner and more gay and more, different, and people didn't start to embrace those differences, then we were all gonna lose, right? So I was a member of AEN as a faculty member, and it made sense that I would take over as their inaugural director of the faculty network. So that's why I'm here right now. The die-ins, those were fun.
Thank you for being here today with us. Miri, you mentioned that you see anti-Semitism from grade K starting. So how have you seen this show up differently across K through 12 space?
Round of applause, please, for you. I'm here continuously ambush with conviction and grace. Now I'm going to introduce your beautiful lady. First of all, good evening, salam, shalom, namaste, satsrikar. Bismillah. Thank you everyone for coming and making this amazing day even more inspirational. Since morning we have been in that room talking to each other. How many of you think we need to do more of that? Yes. So my message to you today, my Jewish, Christian, all my friends and whoever, Sikh, Hindu, we have lots of people here. I want you to go back into your communities and find us partners who will join this coalition, that we will be stronger and that perhaps next time we're going to have even more organizations. The idea is it's just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Together we are stronger. And that means today with my partner, Carol Ann Schwartz of Hadassah, we're going to be honoring Changemakers. Who are these amazing individuals? These are people who have led in dark and difficult times, through challenges, and not just today. They've been doing this for many, many years, and many of them doing it very silently. And so I ask you all to look at them, know who they are, take their cards, go back into your communities. You also met the AMLEC sellers, and you met the AMLEC leaders. They are in your cities. Find them. Connect them with the churches, the synagogues, the gurdwaras. We need to work together. That's my message to you today. And I think that with that message is powerful enough, I don't need to go on.
Their contact, and I guarantee you talk to them, they say, oh, no, we're not that idiot. I guarantee all of them will tell you, I educate them on what we hold generally to think they know, but they don't know. Several of them confide in me that I did not know this. You know, I was born in New York, I was raised in New York, very diverse, but I did not know. So we should always prioritize educating those who are making laws that govern us. They don't know. And if you think they know, they don't know. Today when you walk out of here saying that my elected officials don't know enough about me, and it is my responsibility to educate them. After you educate them, then you advocate for policies that are sensible, that are practicable, and that are beneficial, and that are exclusion. Every single move that I personally make, every elected official sees it, and sometimes they say, aren't you Muslim? I said, yes, but I want you to know what I'm doing. After, I think about 3.5 weeks after October 7th, my wife and I were among those who were in Israel. See fresh blood splattered over the place. See kitchens that have not even been cleaned. Bedrooms left untouched. If we did not experience it, we could have been brainwashed by liars, saying, oh no, this didn't happen. But we walked through the rubble. We spoke through the survivors, and we've seen with our eyes. And when we came back, the first thing we did was to write editorial that was widely circulated. This is a Muslim speaking after October 7th. That's number one. Number two, Aaliya works with many economists. October 7th happened. I think it was 3 days later. 2 days or 3 days later. Mayor's office held a Zoom meeting with who's who among Muslims in New York. And the person that organized the meeting on behalf of the mayor was a person that really was implanted in the mayor's office, if you know what I mean. And now we found out. And the objective was to mold some type of position so that the mayor will act on it. And what was the platform? Hamas. Pretty much supporting Hamas. And so after 40 minutes of speaking, among all the Muslim leaders, not a single one said we sympathize with what happened. Not a single one said we're going to send our condolences. Not a single one condemned Hamas. And not a single one felt anything different other than trying to mold a language that the mayor will publicly use. I said, that's not gonna happen. Now they knew me. So I said, that's not gonna happen. If we fail to differentiate terrorism and legitimate Palestinian cause, we are destroying the chances of Palestine. We have to now take the tone in making sure that Hamas will forever be deemed as a terrorist organization that should never ever receive any sympathy. That must come from us. Let's write a letter, official letter signed by us, saying we have nothing to do with Hamas, we condemn what happened, let the hostages be released, and let never ever anybody have any sympathy for Hamas. They didn't do it. And I did a video, you can go to my Facebook page. Immediately I did a video. I said, the ramification of our failure will be the death of Palestinians. If you think Israeli government, who just been attacked the worst since the Holocaust, second the nation to the core, will leave a stone untouched. Anyway, so-called Palestine, then you don't know what's going on. And that is exactly what happened. If Muslims said this is wrong from day one and work with the victims, Muslims would have a better chance advocating for different outcomes.